Sitting on the parkway going nowhere fast. Monongahela, Allegheny, Ohio. But compared to other places, traffic ain't so bad. Monongahela, Allegheny, Ohio. Cutting through the mountains in a tunnel tube, or driving through the sky over the rivers too. I live in Pittsburgh, down around Pittsburgh. It's Steelers, Pirates, Penguins everywhere you go. Out in Pittsburgh, now yins come to Pittsburgh, 'cause the smoke cleared away long ago.
Hi, and welcome to Fritz's Most Excellent Adventure, the Pennsylvania edition. Fritz and I have come to Pittsburgh, city where I grew up, a really great city with a lot of history, a big city. We're on the top of Mount Washington right now, where you can see the whole city layout, and we'll take a look at the city I grew up. The city of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates,
it's Steelers, Pirates,
Pittsburgh
Penguins everywhere you go. Out in Pittsburgh, now yins come to
Anything you want to say,
Pittsburgh,
Fritz?
'cause the smoke cleared away long ago.
Burger. They grew up over there in the north side, which is below south or above south, depending on where you're at. This is one of the most bourgeois temples to over-aggrandizement of philanthropy. It is your duty to grow rich and give to the city. So the Fritz and the Olivers and all those other wonderful. All right, Fritzy, I'm going to return you to your master.
Hi. Hi y'all again. Today we've moved from Mount Washington down to downtown center and across the river, and this is the Monongahela River. We have PNC Park, home of my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Of course, Fritz is a Red Sox fan, but they'll forgive him that in Pittsburgh, since Pittsburgh is National League and Boston is American League. So, what do you think, Fritz? A little bit of traffic going by, but here we are. A little bit later, I met a friend yesterday from Ponce, Puerto Rico, and he's going to give us a little bit of history about Roberto Clemente in the city of Pittsburgh.
It's Steelers, Pirates, Penguins everywhere you go. Out in Pittsburgh, now yins come to Pittsburgh, 'cause my town's better than yours. I said I live in Pittsburgh, down around Pittsburgh. It's Steelers, Pirates, Penguins everywhere you go. Out in Pittsburgh, now yins come to Pittsburgh, 'cause my town's better than yours. My town's better than yours. My town's better than yours. That's right. Monongahela, Allegheny, Ohio. Monongahela.
Hola muchachos, mi nombre es José Martínez, soy un maestro de arte del pueblo de Ponce y estoy aquí con Fritz en el pueblo de Pittsburgh, y detrás de mí la estatua de Roberto Clemente, posiblemente el jugador puertorriqueño más grande que ha dado la historia y un héroe para todos nosotros los puertorriqueños y para los que no son puertorriqueños. En la ciudad él fue y sigue siendo un héroe. Ganó 2 series mundiales en el 72 y en el 79 y como ustedes saben o no sé si sabrán, falleció en un accidente de un avión llevándole comida y ropa a los niños de Nicaragua que habían estado en un temblor de tierra grandísimo. Se montó en un avión pequeño y le llevaba comida y ropa, y el avión desapareció, se cayó en algún lugar en el mar y su cuerpo nunca se supo de su cuerpo, nunca se recobró su cuerpo, simplemente pedazos del avión años después, y murió el 31 de diciembre de 1979. Es bueno que lo conozcan. y fue un placer para mí hablar con ustedes y les deseo suerte con John y con Fritz y que la pasen bien y espero que conozcan más de la historia de Roberto Clemente. Gracias.
Now Pittsburgh has its official language, and it's famous for its Permane sandwich. We got rivers and bridges and inclines too. You can always find something to do. Now, if you know what I'm saying, you understand what I mean, then you can probably speak Pittsburghese. I say, hey, guys.
Hi, Fritz and I are at the University of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a great city for education. Major universities here: University of Pittsburgh, Duquesne, Robert Morris, Carnegie Mellon. So if you're thinking about coming to college and going to Pittsburgh, is a good place because it's a great city to go to school. It's a great city to experience. A lot of things going on. Hey Fritz, how are those old folks at home? How's that Swanee River? Something I bet you didn't know, Pittsburgh is the home of Stephen Foster. Stephen Foster, the songwriter who gave us Swanee River, Old Folks at Home. Big guy in Pittsburgh, wrote a lot of songs about South Fritz, and guess what? He never went there. He grew up in a portion of the city a little east of here, Lawrenceville. Really great place. And this statue over here in Oakland commemorates Stephen Foster. It also is right next to the Carnegie Museum, home of the dinosaurs. So let us swing around a little bit and we'll see. Okay, behind us is Becky the Brontosaurus. Okay, she's been out here for a long time, Fritz. And inside that building, we have the Carnegie Museum. Andrew Carnegie, as most of you guys know from Mr. Thomo's class, is or was a big entrepreneur. He brought steel making to this city, the Bessemer furnace. He made, or helped make, Pittsburgh. He's a very great man, and he left his money, for the most part, all over this city and all over the country. The Carnegie Mellon here, the university's right down the way. You have, of course, the Carnegie Museum. And he was just one of those guys who decided that he made a lot of money and he wanted to give it back. So, one of the guys here in Pittsburgh, Andrew Carnegie. Great man. What do you think, Fritz? You want to go play with that big dinosaur? You want to go play with the brontosaurus there, buddy? Huh? Huh? Oh. But I wanted to make one note. Now, we saw the Cathedral of Learning before where Fritz ran in the lawn. But right down used to be Forbes Field, the home of the world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a great place, great city to grow up in. My mother used to drop us off at Forbes Field, 3 little kids, and we'd see a game, a twilight doubleheader. Some of those games were over maybe midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and my mother would meet us right here at the Cathedral of Learning. It was a great time to grow up. It was a great city. It was a great team, and I have to emphasize, Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, 2 of the greatest players who ever played the game. Every kid in Pittsburgh, white, black, yellow, red, it doesn't matter. When we were growing up and Clemente and Stargell were playing, you got out on the field and you pick your favorite player. Everybody fought to be either a Puerto Rican, Roberto Clemente, or a black man, Willie Stargell. So this is truly a great city.
Sandwich. We got rivers and bridges and inclines too. You can always find something to do. Now, if you know what I'm saying, you understand what I mean, then you can probably speak it. speak. Pittsburghese. We'll shop, we'll eat, we'll do this and that. 'Cause we know Pittsburgh's where it's at. The Steelers, the Pirates, and the Penguins. They call it the city of champions. We got Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and the Steeler Nation is always looking good. Now pass me an iron, and don't be a jag-off. And let's never forget about Sophie Maslow. Hey, guys, don't go downtown. Hey, guys are just a jagger-around. 'Cause Pittsburgh is the place to be, and the people here all speak Pittsburghese. Yeah, we'll shop, we eat, we'll do this and that. 'Cause we know Pittsburgh is where it's at. I say, hey, guys, we're gonna go downtown. Hey, guys, just a jagger-around. 'Cause Pittsburgh is the place to be, and the people here all speak Pittsburghese. We'll shop and eat, we'll do this and that. 'Cause we love Pittsburgh is where it's at. Say, hey, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. I say, hey, guys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Roland's Seafood. And I'll tell you what, I had the best calamari in there yesterday that you could eat. It's down in Penn Avenue in Pittsburgh. So if you're ever down this way, you got to visit this district. This is a great place to eat.